Yeah, the co-op feature for Peace Walker.
Yeah, it was supposed to be more of a co-op thing to where you could play 4 people at a time.
It was nice and all, and they also had it was also compatible for people that only had the demo, which was also cool.
Yeah, which I really like the idea of.
Although the co-op people were totally, or the demo people were totally underpowered, obviously.
Considering it didn't have any of the good shit or any of the good
You only had the pre-made class, so if you're trying to be stealthy, you only had like one choice. You couldn't mix and match.
with the full game, so you'd have full capabilities of doing all this crazy stuff, like sending him up in balloons and stuff like that, and hiding in a box and like choking him out, and then sending him in a balloon.
Those balloons were so cool.
I know, because they actually based them off a realistic thing.
They were not based on anything even slightly real, Esau.
Yes, they were. A CIA had a canceled project. They even said in the Dark Knight movie, the second one, they said Batman used that technology to capture that one Asian dude from a skyscraper.
Alright, touche.
So I got you there.
You know what I just remembered?
What?
When we went to the freaking Dark Knight,
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight, as I said, anyways, smart ass, the Dark Knight, trilogy.
Oh man, I remember that, dude. We had so much fun there. There were so many weird cosplayers that were hot there. Not gonna lie.
Weird cosplayers? There's no such...
But I would still remember you had like a weird cosplayer from a convention.
April STB Goldfish. Yeah, she was super cool.
But didn't you say something about, oh yeah, I dated her for a second or something like that?
Nope, that was someone else. I dated another cosplayer though.
Oh.
That's
probably why.
That was this girl. Yeah, she would cosplay as like weird anime characters though, not like Mortal Kombat characters like April does. April got it all figured out. STB Goldfish. I called her STD Goldfish. And Jordan, my editor, thank God he cut it out, and she was like making fun of me like via text message. She's like, "Oh, I thought it was really funny." I'm like, "Yeah, I bet you did." Anyways, on her Twitter, I was kind of just like, I found her on Twitter. I was like, "Oh crap, Twitter," and I looked at her Twitter, and the bottom line is, some asshole called. I think maybe she called me an asshole. I really don't remember, but this is how I took it. Some asshole called me STD Goldfish today. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't happened sooner. I tried to play it off like it was all cool, Deering. I was like, "I'm here with STD Goldfish." And she's like, I mean STB Goldfish. You get that a lot? Nope. Oh. Oh.
Oh man, I bet that must have been awkward for you the rest of the day. Beyond belief. I could just imagine you getting punched and slapped in the face all day.
What do you think happens at these things? What happened?
Everything.
Have you had like a bunch of horrible experiences with women or something? God, Esau. Someone else was here to help me make fun of you for that one. I could just picture you like, "Oh, I broke my leg. I know what to do. I played Call of Duty."
No, I don't rely on Call of Duty for all my information.
I rely on Fallout. Get a doctor's bag. Get a doctor's bag.
Oh my god, not that either. I've actually read a full medical report on how to bandage it. Not a complete one, but still, I read most of the full.
That must be boring as shit.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Yeah, my mom has that kind of stuff trying to be a nurse.
But it's useful just in case one day.
One day. So what's that Remember Me game we were talking about earlier?
Wait, what?
Remember Me?
Oh, yeah. It's funny the way you say it. Remember that one game.
Remember Me?
Basically, what I'm getting from what I've heard is that you can mess with people's memories and mash them up and take pieces of their memory to make them think and do what you want. Like, say there's a guy that you want to kill, you can make him he made this joke earlier, Nick did, to where oh yeah, take this memory, this memory. He fucking pushed you. Listen to my soothing.
Stab him now.
Yeah, that's basically how the joke.
So
went.
it's from what he makes it sound like, at least what Esau makes it sound like. It sounds like it's gonna be Assassin's Creed mixed with Dishonored, special, doing stuff with your mind and stuff like that.
It's meant to be used like mental abilities on people to do your bidding, basically.
Which is pretty sweet.
No, and not just that, but they have a parkour system for evading enemies and stuff like that, like Assassin's Creed.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they kind of base it off that. Actually, I think it's made by Ubisoft. I'm not 100% sure.
It's actually It's actually the new Assassin's Creed, as it turns out.
No, it's not the new Assassin's Creed, alright? This is a whole new story, a whole new thing, alright? There are no Templars involved.
No Templars? What is this madness? There's another game. Dogs. The Dogs game.
Watch Dogs. Yeah.
Watch Dogs. Now that looks bad ass.
I've only seen one snippet of gameplay. I can already tell using my phone to mess with people is gonna be fun as hell.
Basically, the premise of this game is that you're a hacker or some sort of, you have internet.
Well, that's one thing that you could do. You could hack like different pieces of technology.
Basically, from what I've seen on the gameplay, you can turn off traffic lights with your phone, causing car accident, and then whenever
get to your target and shoot them in the face.
Kind of Hitman style.
Which I kind of like, actually. It gives them a lot more variety than you would think. Because in a...
These are clean. Don't stick them back out there.
Alright, so how about that Watch Dogs? Have you seen the guns on it, too?
I've seen only one so far, and it's the suppressed pistol that...
Just basically your classic pistols.
Yeah, just like your classic stealth killing pistol.
See, I am not a picky person at all. Like, I listen to almost every kind of genre of music. I'll eat almost anything. And video games, though, it's just that I don't like games with crappy weapons. And I mean like useless weapons, you know what I'm talking about?
Well, like things that you get but you don't use at all. Like you use them maybe one time for a story mission, but that's about it.
And then you're just kind of taking up space in your inventory.
Yeah, I don't find it. If you're gonna make sure you put like secrets, use it to where you have to use it to find secrets a lot.
I hate cryptic games. I hate them. Have you played Dark Souls yet?
Dark Souls, I refuse to play that because I know the difficulty curve is gonna fuck you in the ass.
It's not that bad.
Yes, it is that bad.
Me and Tristan beat it 3 times.
No.
We beat it. He really likes that game, so.
You know what game I really want to try out and play? I want to try out and play XCOM Enemy Unknown. Yeah, that's the game that you have to launch satellites, stop alien invasion.
See, I saw that game and I thought it was gonna be another first-person shooter. So
yeah, no, they kept it from the original like standpoint of view to where it was an RTS and like.
Yeah, the real-time strategy game. Yeah. That's what they're called. Anyways, I also believe there's a system where you can build like your own laboratory, right?
Oh yeah, you can like.
See, that's probably gonna be the best part of the game.
No, they have like. At the beginning of the game, you basically like have this giant underground base, like some weird Taliban type of thing going on.
Taliban? What? They have a secret mansion underground?
No, not a mansion, a base.
A base, a secret base underground. Taliban is actually under Texas right now, taking over. They're actually fighting in the sewers right now.
With the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are kicking their ass.
Okay, so now will you let me continue with the series?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. But like I was saying, you have this underground base to where you can upgrade and use like build different like rooms to where you can build one room to like fucking set up like a research lab to test new weapons and research. And basically, the more resources
you get to watch your experiments in action too.
Yeah, you do.
Which is pretty sweet. It isn't like a lot of RTSs nowadays where it's just kind of click a button, wait.
What I'm glad though is that they didn't keep the control scheme for the first original XCOM.
How was the original XCOM?
It was basically like trying to control a nuclear submarine, all by yourself.
All by yourself. I hope you're not exaggerating, because I'm going to totally take your word for that.
You probably should.
It's like a fight simulator, just kind of too complex.
Let's just say you practically have to use almost every key on your keyboard.
God! It's just like controlling. You have to take a class for it up in this.
Well, from what I've seen, basically, you have to use every key on your keyboard.
That's weird. I don't like that.
But I'm like that they lined up the controls. I mean, fucking hell, you might as well just be practicing nuclear research when you're playing that game.
One of the coolest things I've seen so far is, you could upgrade your base, dig deeper underground, build it wider, stuff like that. Add more rooms. Now that's just the basics. Then you can upgrade each individual room, am I correct?
Yeah, you can upgrade each and different room, each and every soldier and weapon.
Now, this entire place is supposed to be like a super research, like Area 51 style shit. Now, one of the rooms, this is my favorite fucking part. One of the rooms, you can capture aliens, right?
Yeah.
You can put them in a chamber and perform live experiments on them and watch them.
God.
Like, I saw this one, and this guy rips this guy, like, the alien's leg off or something, and it's just crazy. Yeah, he, like, tortures him to death.
What the hell? That is just cruel and unusual. I would be questioning them first of all.
You can torture them for information too, and in a video game, this is super awesome, especially when they're not human. You damn bastard.
That'd just be human terrorism right there.
Damn terrorists. They're torturing our boys.
I remember like you can launch satellites, and every time I think of satellites, I imagine like it takes forever to build them too and launch them.
Like,
So by the-
reality. Do you have to design it too?
Actually, I think you
Just
choose
kinda
the
do-
type of satellite and
I see.
mods and all that other shit.
I was kind of hoping it was gonna be like Spore, where you have to
Oh
select.
my god, if it was
individual
like that complicated, I would just drop the game and leave.
complicated? Spore complicated? What? No.
The weird shape it creates, I can't even fucking fix a lag in that game.
See, that game just takes a little getting used to. Once you understand the basic principles, that like, it's basically they're all special building parts where you can just change the building parts.
Wanna know how my first monster came out? It came out as if it was sucking its own dick.
What?
Like,
What do
I
you
was-
mean?
I was adjusting its torso. Next thing you know, it does a complete circle and toward his like mouth.
Oh my god! How?
I don't
How
know.
did you mess up so bad?
I press one button and it goes to his
Was
mouth.
it like your first monster? Was
Yes,
like
like, it
unlimited
was-
mode?
Yeah, it was my first monster, like on my whole story thing.
See, all my first monsters, like the first ones, not like in story mode though. You have to kind of make them evolutionize, which
Yeah.
was one of my favorite things about the game. You actually got to see how your monster was born.
Yeah, I know how it goes. Like microorganism from there, actual organism.
Mhm. And then
from
like
there,
they get
weird-
taller and they like get more like humanoid the way I did it, anyways.
Yeah.
Just like humans in Monkey Theory. Anyways, so this freaking guy. He's just basically a long tadpole with two legs and giant eyes, beanstalk eyes, just kind of laying there. I'm like, yeah, he'll kill everything.
He
It's all
doesn't-
good.
He doesn't live.
He murdered everything. This
What?
little beanstalk creature murdered everything.
Oh my god.
Now Spore is riddled with like
Okay.
secrets and like
Quick,
glitches.
hold on,
though.
hold on. Before
Oh,
we
too
go
much
on.
Spore.
No. Before we go on, how the fuck did we get from XCOM to Spore?
Aliens. Just aliens.
FML.
FML. Should we continue with XCOM or Spore?
I prefer XCOM over anything else. So, nah.
XCOM. So, you know what I was thinking about in XCOM? Is it out yet? It is. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it's already out. Yeah, it's been
Facepalm.
out for a while, but so far, what I imagine is just like when you launch a satellite. I imagine like you for a while you won't see it. So by the time like it like comes back, you don't know what it's for, but you'll fucking throw a party for it. You give it a little party hand and everything just for celebration.
Get drunk. I don't know what this thing does, but it's gonna help us somehow.
Basically, like in the long run.
You actually just launched a piece of trash up in the air.
So you throw a big party for the piece of trash.
All it is like satellite TV.
You bring down like a TV satellite instead of your own satellite. So basically, it's transmitting secret coordinates for everything. To
We're actually not fighting aliens anymore. We're just gonna play video games. An XCOM building video games.
Oh my god, that'd actually be a funny like reality twist.
It's kind of like in Grand Theft Auto, how you can just go home and watch TV.
When you're playing a video game,
Mhm.
just a shitty like autoplay TV.
I thought that was cool. That game is called one of the best stoner games of all time.
No, because it's built for stoners.
That and Saints Row.
Oh my god, don't even get me started on Saints Row, the crazy shit. I remember completing a mission, I got this fucking fancy ass priest robe.
Mhm.
The first second I did, I'm gonna turn that bitch white. As soon as I did, I put on a gold chain necklace on it, turn that bitch white, put it on, give my character a Jesus beard and Jesus hair, and just running around with dual pistols shooting everything.
Salvation is here, motherfuckers! You should have gave him like robot eyes and shit. And then
I'm
he could
Saint Nicholas came to kick your ass. No wait, that's Santa Claus. Fuck.
be Saint Nicholas, bitches.
Jesus Christ just came to Christ your ass.
Blow his brains out. That'd be sweet.
The funny thing is, I played this game with Kyle before.
Kyle.
So the first thing I did was took him to the airport and said, get in that marker, select your plane, and from there, just choose what other plane you want. So the first thing he does, he sees the A-10 Thunder. But first thing he does, grabs the plane, spawns in it, starts flying it, and he does bombing runs while the cops are on my ass. But I'm already like a maxed out level, so I'm basically invulnerable at this point. No. Like I was driving one time and I had immune everything. I was driving a car and I had like the army after me, so I accidentally drove into a tank and it crushed me and killed me.
That happens, right?
Yeah, it does.
All right. Well, we're gonna close up the podcast today. Thank you for joining us. This
See
has
ya.
been Drunk Playing Podcast. I'm Nick Nino.
I'm Esau.